Do you feel weird scheduling sex? Don't. Hey guys, I'm Stephanie Ganowski, sexologist and sex coach for men. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you've been subscribed, welcome back. Today, I am talking about scheduling sex. Now, you may be thinking, oh, scheduling sex, that's for older people. That's for really crazy busy people. That's for people who have boring sex lives and are boring people. It's just as great, and there are just as many pros at scheduling sex as there are having spontaneous sex. So I'm going to talk about 3 reasons why scheduling sex is great and why you should do it. Number 1, it improves communication around your sex life. When you schedule sex, that means you are verbally having a dialogue with your partner about when are we going to have sex. And this gets you in the habit of talking about sex. The more you talk about sex, the more you tend to have sex, and the more comfortable with sex you tend to be. So by having this ongoing conversation that comes up consistently because you know you're both scheduling sex, and that's something you do, it's much easier to share desires with each other. It's much easier to be like, hey, okay, so since Friday is date night, let's have sex afterwards. And I'm thinking we could maybe try this, right? So it's like you're getting in the habit of sharing things you want to try and things you want to do, and it makes it more normal. A lot of couples who don't talk about sex really struggle, and they end up stop having sex completely because it just leaves the conversation. It's never prioritized, and they don't know what happened to their sex life. And then before you know it, it's gone, and it feels too awkward to talk about again. So scheduling sex allows you to not have to do that and to just keep it consistent. Second reason why scheduling sex is great is because it reduces pressure and increases anticipation. So reducing pressure means that there's not as much pressure around the initiation part of sex. So a lot of couples feel like, oh, like my partner's mad at me and I have to initiate more, but I never find the right time. And then the other partner's like, oh, I'm so pissed off. They never initiate. I never know when I'm going to have sex. So it really helps with initiation. And it also helps get each other excited and more in the mood for a date night or for the sex itself, right? Because you know it's coming. You know it's not until like 5 days from now. So it's kind of like you can prep your body a bit, prep your mind. Maybe there's some flirtatious buildup because you know it's coming. So you're excited about it and you're trying to tease each other a little bit more. So that anticipation is really important, especially for most women. I would say this is that warming up. So reducing the pressure of the initiation and increasing that anticipation, getting excited about sex is really, really helpful. And the third reason why scheduling sex can be great, because it helps you keep a more consistent sex life because you prioritize it. You get used to putting it in the calendar. You get used to talking about when you're going to do it. And when these habits are built, you will have it more often, and therefore you will have more experiences sexually, and you will have more conversations because you have more experiences. And maybe you'll try new things because you've been having much more sex and you've been trying some things, so you want to try some more, right? And it just opens the door to this consistency. So at the end of the day, do you always have to schedule your sex? No. I would encourage most couples to at least plan. If you feel like you're at all struggling in your sex life, then at least plan once a month or once every other month, and then leave room for spontaneity around that. So it's not that you can't have both, but have the scheduled time and then have your spontaneous time to practice different initiation types and to have that spring of the moment type sex that many of us enjoy as well. I hope this is helpful for you, and I hope it makes you realize, hey, scheduling sex is actually pretty great, and I could have both. I could schedule and I could be spontaneous, and both are amazing. If you want more help around your sex life, don't forget to check out my podcast, What I Love About Sex. That is it for this video. I will see you in the next one.